Hello, my name's Edd Thompson and I'm the Head of Indirect Tax Content at Tolley. And today I'm here to talk about the latest edition of Tolley's VAT in the EU and its online counterpart, Tolley's EU and Global VAT. And I'm very pleased to say that I'm joined by International VAT Director of PKF, Luigi Lungarella. PKF is our valued partner in the creation of the practical guidance on international VAT that we'll be talking about today. Hello Luigi, it's very nice to see you.
Hello Ed, and I am very pleased to be here. And Tolley's has become a bit like a second home for us, and it's been great to cooperate with you on so many projects over the past few years, including a number of sector-by-sector guides, such as, for example, the ones that we have recently updated for the insurance sector, and the other one that we have recently updated for the financial services sector. VAT in the EU, our hard copy publication, and its online counterpart, which covers the 28 countries covered by VAT in the EU, which are the 27 European member states and the UK, plus an additional 31 actually, jurisdictions.
Yeah, and we've been really pleased at Tolley with the collaboration between us and the PKF Global Network. Now, when we look at both the printed book and the online counterpart of that printed book on Global VAT, we've got some really good practical guidance on Global VAT. It's all organised into an easy to navigate chapter structure that's common to all of the jurisdictions covered. And the online version at least sits on our Tolley library platform, which means that the experience of searching and browsing across that information is all very seamless and very easy. But I'm interested from your perspective as kind of the technical expert behind all of this, what you see as some of the key strengths of the materials that you've been working on, and who you think would find this product or these products useful.
Well, this country-by-country guide provides a very useful snapshot of the EU VAT system as a whole. It has, I believe, a great number of strengths, but one of the main ones is that it is based on insight from local indirect tax experts within the PKF network globally, but it is centrally curated by us over here in London. And our clients and readers tend to find that it is a very practical tool, but it is not only useful for in-house tax teams and finance professionals, it is also very often used by tax advisors in other accountancy firms, and it is also used by tax lawyers. So it is something that we are very proud of, as it showcases the strength of the PKF International Indirect Tax Team and our global reach.
Well, that definitely chimes with my experience with working with the PKF Global team, and I can say hand on heart that it's really been a pleasure to work with the PKF Global Network over the last few years, over which time, as you say, we've expanded online coverage to over 50 jurisdictions. And it seems like every time I come to you to ask you if we can add another jurisdiction, you not only say yes, but you have a very close relationship with a top specialist in that local jurisdiction. And I guess my question is there something special about the way that the PKF VAT services are integrated internationally that leads to such a seamless process?
We're a truly integrated global team operating in over 150 countries. Now, there are certainly a lot of accountancy networks that can cover over 100 countries. We're not the only one, but I feel that I'm in first name terms with all of the top indirect tax specialists in every single jurisdiction that we cover. We also all meet each other in person at the very least twice a year, and we have monthly virtual meetings which are aimed at maximizing opportunities for our clients. So since, in particular over here in Europe, VAT is a tax based on common European legislation, which is often interpreted in different manners. We as tax advisors and the PKF client base have benefited enormously from these brainstorming sessions.
Well, I think that's very apparent, and I know that in the products that we're talking about today, one thing that our customers particularly value is the added value online practical how-to guides that the PKF network has added into that product over the last couple of years. Can you tell me a little bit about these how-to guides on how to register and how to submit returns in particular jurisdictions, and why you think that those have resonated so much with professionals?
I think that they're very, very popular, and they're popular because they are very concise, extremely practical. They are easy to understand, even for people that are not VAT or tax practitioners. And they provide you with all of the relevant links to the key tax authority information that you need. That's both for preparing and submitting VAT registrations, or for preparing and submitting tax returns.
Well, that certainly reflects the feedback that I've been hearing as well. Now, both of us know from working with international VAT that currency of information and making sure you're working with materials that are up to date is absolutely paramount. And as a result, over the last few years when we've been working together, we made sure that we implemented a process where that online product is updated on a 6-monthly basis. If we're looking forward for the changes that are going to be happening in future, perhaps over the next 12 months or so in 2024, do you have any predictions for kind of key trends in global VAT? And also, just what are you doing at the moment on a day-to-day basis in your day job?
It is not always easy to predict what is in the pipeline, but there are a great amount of measures which are due to be introduced over the course of the year. These include, amongst many others, a number of national measures to implement digital solutions to modernize the VAT system and other indirect tax systems globally. There is certainly a greater take on e-invoicing, and this is not solely within Europe, it's also beyond Europe. Real-time reporting is certainly something that is very, very topical at the moment. For example, Greece has just implemented a real-time reporting system, and there is a great focus on fixed establishment matters. And we're also finding that a great number of tax authorities are showing a great deal of interest towards two other sectors in particular. The natural resources sector is certainly a sector that is very hot at the moment, with the tax authorities in particular over here in Europe, and the insurance sector in particular over here in the UK. And we are still focusing, of course, on matters affecting the input tax recovery for holding companies, as we have done for quite a few years now, and that's likely to be the case also for years to come. And we're also still paying attention to e-commerce businesses and suppliers of digital services, both to consumers and to businesses.
Well, those are really interesting insights, and we'll see what 2024 has in for us in terms of the global VAT landscape, and I hope your work remains as diverse, as exciting as it sounds like it is. Thank you very much, Luigi, for joining us today and for the insight that you've given. Thank you again to the PKF Global Network for all of their assistance on producing these global practical materials that we've been talking about today. And thank you everyone for watching. If you'd like to find out some more information about what we've been talking about today, you can either speak to your account manager, or you can go to tolley.co.uk/get